Test number 20, part 1. See question number 46. In question number 46, what is given there? Which of the following will not give a precipitate? Will not give a precipitate. As we know, the valency present outside. The valencies present outside of coordination sphere is ionizable. So these valencies are ionizable. As we can see that in cobalt CONH3 thrice Cl3, there is no counter ion present outside. When there is no counter ion present outside, and we know that these valencies are secondary valencies. These valencies are secondary valencies according to oneness theory, and secondary valencies are non-ionizable. Secondary valencies are non-ionizable. So question number 46, option A is correct. No Cl will break. When no Cl will break, then no PPT will be formed. So question number 46, option A is correct. See question number 47. In question number 47, what is given? The question is the compound used in the treatment of lead poisoning. The compound used in the treatment of lead poisoning. As we know that in lead poisoning we use EDTA. EDTA is basically ethylene, diamine, tetra acetate. Basically EDTA is used in the lead poisoning. While we know cisplatin is a anti-cancer drug. Cisplatin is basically a anti-cancer drug. So question number 47, option A is correct. See question number 48. In question number 48, what is given there? In question number 48, the question is in K4FeCN6, iron is in the form of. As we know that this compound is counter ion. This is basically a counter ion, and the counter ion is basically cation. So counter ion is cationic, and the complex here is anionic. So basically complex present here is anionic complex. So iron, which is central metal atom, present in anionic complex, is a part of anionic complex. So question number 48, in K4FeCN6, iron is in the form of anionic complex. So iron it is in the form of anionic complex because it is a part of anion. So question number 48, option D is correct. See question number 49. In question number 49, what is given there? In question number 49, the question is basically hybridization and C. In question number 49, two complexes are given there. One is FeCN6 4 negative, and one is FeCN6 3 negative. As we know that in FeCN6 4 negative, as central atom iron is in oxidation state, x minus 6 equal to minus 4, so x will be equal to plus 2. So oxidation state of iron is plus 2 in this case. When we write the electronic configuration, so electronic configuration of Fe2 plus will be argon 3d6, and Cn is a strong field ligand, so Cn is basically a strong field ligand. So when d orbital is filled with electrons 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so there are 6 electrons in 3d orbital. This is 4s and this is 4p, 4s and 4 p are vacant. As we can see that because Cn is a strong field ligand, so pairing of electron will occur. Pairing of electron. So pairing of electron will occur. So electrons will pair up. Electron will pair up. When these electrons will pair up, the configuration will be like this. Now, as 2d orbitals and 1s orbital and 3p orbital are involved in d2sp3 hybridization. So hybridization will be d2sp3 and all electrons are paired therefore it is diamagnetic. So FeCN6 is diamagnetic. Similarly, when we solve for FeCN6, it will contain unpaired electron. So it is paramagnetic. As FeCN6 3 minus will contain unpaired electron, therefore it is paramagnetic. So the assertion is FeCN6 3 minus is paramagnetic, correct statement. And the oxidation state, as we can see, oxidation state in this case FeCN6 4 minus is +2, while in FeCN6 3 minus oxidation state will be x minus 6 equal to -6, so x will be equal to +3. So oxidation states given here are correct. So assertion is correct, region is correct, but region is not a correct explanation of assertion. So question number 49, option B is correct. See question number 50. In question number 50, what is given there? The question is, which of the following is an example of hexadendrite ligand? Question number 50. Which of the following is an example of hexadendrite ligand? Hexadendrite ligand means denticity here is 6. As we know that EDTA, that is ethylene diamine tetraacetate, is a hexadendrite ligand, and the structure of EDTA is like this: NCH2 CH2 and CH2CO negative, CH2CO negative, CH2CO negative, CH2CO negative. So denticity 1 2 1 2, lone pair on nitrogen 3, lone pair on nitrogen 4, negative charge 5, here also negative charge 6. Therefore EDTA, which is ethylene diamine tetraacetate, is a hexadendrite ligand. So question number 50, option D is correct. Hexadendrite ligand is basically EDTA. So question number 50, option D is correct. See question number 51. In question number 51, what is given there? See question number 51. The question is asking about the geometry of this compound. As we know that one trick we can use if platinum and palladium compounds are given and coordination number is 4, then you can blindly tell the hybridization will be DsP2 and it is square planar. So you may follow this trick. In case when platinum and palladium and coordination number is 4, the hybridization will be sure DsP2 square planar will be a complex. Otherwise you may use the valence bond theory. In valence band theory, we know ammonia is a strong field ligand, so pairing of electron will occur. So according to this, we will find the hybridization will be DsP2 and which is square planar. So question number 51, option A is correct. See question number 52. In question number 52, what is given there? See question number 52. Question number 52 is complex is given Ni, NH3 and SO4. We are looking for the valency and coordination number of this compound. As we can see that nickel is taken X and charge on ammonia, which is neutral ligand, is 0 plus 4, and charge on sulfate is -2, so charge on complex will be equal to +2. So valency will be equal to 2. +2. Now coordination number is basically the number of ligands which is attached to central metal atom. There are 4 ligands which attached to central metal atom. Therefore coordination number will be equal to 4. So question number 52, option B is correct. See question number 53. In question number 53, what is given there? What is the oxidation number of question number 53? Oxidation number of iron. Oxidation number of iron in complex FeCO5. As CO is a neutral ligand. CO is a neutral ligand. Therefore charge on CO will be 0. So we can say x plus 5 into 0 will be equal to 0. The oxidation state of iron will be 0. So question number 53, option D is correct. See question number 54. Question number 54. IUPAC nomenclature of the compound. The complex given here is CO, NH3, thrice, NO2 and Cl and Cn. See the nomenclature of this compound. First we will calculate the oxidation state of cobalt. X plus 3 into 0 for ammonia, neutral ligand, NO2 minus 1 and Cl minus 1 and Cl also minus 1. It is equal to 0. So oxidation state of cobalt will be plus 3. Oxidation of state of cobalt will be plus 3. First we will arrange the ligands in the alphabetical order. As in alphabetical order, amine comes first. Therefore we will write triamine. We will write triamine. And after that Cl is present. Therefore we will write chlorido. Then cyano for Cn. Then nitrito. And nitrito is attached with N. Therefore nitrito and cobalt, central metal atom, and then oxidation number. So first ligands are arranged in alphabetical order. When nitrogen is attached to N in NO2 group, then it is nitrito and cobalt third. And the closest answer, so this will be the correct answer, but in the given option the closest answer as per options given here, closest option, we may also correct 54, option A, but the correct answer for this question is this one. See question number 54, option A is correct. See question number 55. Question number 55, what is given there? The complex chloro compound which is diaqua triamine, cobalt third chloride. So basically here cobalt is written as simple name. It means cobalt must be part of cationic complex. Cobalt must be a part of cationic complex. So cobalt diaqua triamine means 3 ammonia molecules and diaqua means 2 water molecules are there. And also as chloro group is present inside, so chloro is also present, and the charge given here is plus, and the charge given here is plus 3. So when 2Cl2 will be outside, then the charge will be x plus 3 into 0 plus 2 into 0 minus 1 equal to plus 2. So x will be equal to plus 3. So the correct option for question number 55 is option D. See, this question is also the name given there is hypothetical. This is hypothetical, as this nomenclature is wrong, because ligands are arranged in the alphabetical order. According to this, amine will come first. So as per the given question and as per option, we have selected option D here. See question number 56. In question number 56, what is given there? The question is stability constants are given there. Question number 56. Stability constants are given there. So stability constants are given there, and we know that the stability strongest ligand basically depends on the energy of crystal field splitting energy, and also when stability constant is more, the value of K, stability constant is more, it means more crystal field splitting energy, it means strong ligand. So as in option B, the value of K is highest, the value of K for option B is highest, therefore strongest ligand is present in option B. So question number 56, option B is correct. See question number 57. In question number 57, what is given there? Question number 57, the isomerism shown by this compound. The isomerism shown by this compound. The compound is this one. As we know that in this compound NO2 is an ambidient ligand. NO2 is an ambidient ligand. It can bind through side N as well as it can bind through side O. When it binds through N, this is nitrito N. When bind through O, then this is nitrito O. So basically the isomerism shown by ambidient ligand is basically a linkage isomers. The isomerism shown by ambidient ligands always linkage isomerism. So question number 57, option D is correct. See question number 58. In question number 58, what is given there? The question is question number 58. Magnetic moment is given there. So magnetic moment is basically square root of n into n plus 2 equal to 1.73. So 1.73 is basically a value of root 3. On solving, squaring both sides, n square plus 2n minus 3 equal to 0, we get the value of n equal to 1. So basically unpaired electron, number of unpaired electron here it is 1. Now as in the given question, when we see Cu NH3 4 2 positive, so the configuration will be in ground state argon 3d10 4s1. Now for configuration of CO2 plus will be argon 3d9. 2 electrons will be removed, 1 electron from 4s and 1 electron from 3d. So configuration will be argon 3d9. Now electrons are filled in 3d orbital. 1 2 3 4 5. This is 4s 3d 4s, and this is 4p. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. One electron is unpaired. Due to a strong field ligand, this electron will shift from 3d to 4p orbital. Now the configuration will be like that. This orbital will be free. Last orbital of D will be free because this electron shifts. So D, one orbital D involved in hybridization, and one is S and 2p orbitals. So hybridization will be dsp2. So it will contain unpaired electron, one unpaired electron. So one unpaired electron, therefore it is paramagnetic. So correct option for magnetic moment 1.73, the value of unpaired electron is 1, which is present in this option. So question number 58, option C is correct. See question number 59. In question number 59, what is given there? The question is question number 59. See question number 59. The question is, which of the following complex will give white PPT of BaCl2? White PPT of BaCl2. The compound given there is, as we can see that white PPT of BaCl2 with white PPT with BaCl2. So as we know that the PPT, which is white in color, is formed when suppose compound CrNH3 5 and Cl and SO4 is given, as this compound will ionize into CrNH3 5 Cl 2 positive and SO4 2 negative and SO4 2 negative. When this compound reacts with BaCl2, so Ba2 plus and plus 2Cl minus, so this will combine with BaSO4, so PPT of BaSO4 will be formed. So PPT of BaSO4 will be formed. So question number 59, option C is correct. See question number 60. In question number 60, what is given there? In question number 60, question is when the compound CO NH3 5 BrCl2, and which is how much? 0.02 mole. 0.02 mole. And also another compound is CO NH3 5, this is Cl and SO4, and this is also 0.02 mole, are present in 200 centimeter cube of solution. Are present in 200 centimeter of solution. The number moles of PPT of Y and Z will form when X is treated with excess silver nitrate. Excess silver nitrate, as we can see that there are 2 Cl minus, so 2 ionizable valency is 2 Cl minus. So when excess of Ag in NO3 will react, it will give 2 moles of AgCl as PPT. It gives 2 mole AgCl as PPT, which is Y. So we can see that for 1 mole of this compound, we get 2 mole of PPT. For 1 mole of this compound, we get 2 mole of PPT. So for 0.02 mole of this compound, we get how much? 2 into 0.02 mole of Y as PPT, which is equal to 0.04. So 0.04 PPT of Y is formed. 0.04 mole PPT of Y is formed. Similarly, in the question, as we can see that there is only one ionizable valency. And it is treated with excess of barium chloride. So it will form a PPT of BaSO4. So we can see that the PPT of BaSO form, which is Z. So for 1 mole PPT formed here is also 1 mole. 1 mole of Z PPT is formed. So for 0.02 mole, how much PPT will be formed? 1 into 0.02 mole. So 0.02 mole of Z PPT will be formed. So question number 60, 0.04 mole of Y and 0.02 mole of Z. So question number 60, option D is correct.